Hi YouTubers, it's your girl Shannon from Tesla and Chill, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we're going to talk about 5 things I hate about my Model 3. Yes, you heard that correctly, 5 things I hate about my Model 3. And I know that might sound a little bit weird because if you've seen any of our past videos, you know that I love my Model 3. It is probably the best car I've ever had. I love it so much I wish I could live inside of it, but it might be a little bit cramped, so I'll just stick with driving it. But as perfect as this car is, or as near perfect as it is, I think there's always a little bit of room for some improvement. And I think that's true about most cars. I think that's why we have new models that come out and refreshes that are being done. So today, let's go ahead. I'm going to start talking about the inside of the car first, and then we'll move to the outside. But let's go ahead and talk about the 5 things I hate. But before we do, take a hot second, help your girl out, hit that subscribe button, drop us a like, hit us up with a comment too while you're at it. I like to go ahead and read them all. Now, let's move this party to the inside so we can talk about my very first thing I hate. And if you have a Model 3 or if you have a Tesla, let me know if you kind of think the same thing. Now I'm going to work my way backwards and go from 5 to 1. So number 1 is going to be what I hate the most about my Tesla, and you're definitely going to want to stick around for that. You might have the same feeling as I do, but let's go ahead and start with number 5. What I hate about my Tesla is the windshield wipers. Now, I think it's really great that they're automatic. I think a lot of cars have automatic windshield wipers though, so I don't think that makes it super unique. However, what I do hate is the fact that when they turn on, when they first turn on, they get like super aggressive and they go like back and forth like crazy before they kind of like simmer down and kind of match the rain pattern that falls. But I also think it could be a little bit more responsive. When the rain first falls and as it continues to fall, I feel like if it were me, I would turn the windshield wipers on maybe like 1 to 3 seconds sooner. It gets to the point where right where I need to like see the most and right where I'm about to turn the windshield wipers on myself, that's when they cut on. And that's cutting it just a little bit too close for me. But it's not raining here in Seattle, which is kind of weird. But let me give you an example. I'm going to show you what the windshield wipers look like when they get super aggressive. So you see I have the menu up and you can see they're set to auto, but I'm going to show you just manually how they turn on, and this is when they go like super crazy, and then once they start to like realize the rain pattern, that's when they slow down and that's when they kind of like get to normal. But again, even at a normal speed, I still think it's just a little too unresponsive. Now, since we're already inside the car, we're going to move down to number 4, the 4th thing I hate about my Tesla. And let me turn these windshield wipers off. Number 4, what I hate about my Tesla is the glossy console. Now, I already fixed this problem myself, but if you haven't done it, you might want to look into this option maybe. Now, when you first get your Model 3, this console here is a beautiful glossy black, and as nice as it looks, it can really hold some fingerprints. And I hate seeing fingerprints. It looks dirty, it looks gross. It just looks really germy to me, even if, you know, the fingerprints are clean. It's just not a good look, and I think it can scratch super easily. And who wants to get into a car and the first thing you see are a whole bunch of scratches? Not me. So to fix it, I got these things online. Thank you, Amazon. And these were just vinyl sticker pieces that go right over each section. You can see it starts in the cup holders, and I know my cup holders are dirty, but it goes all the way around the edges. Again, it's just vinyl plastic that I stuck on there, and it covers each piece. You can see it goes all the way down the edge there. You can see some of the glossy black right on the edge, but when it's closed, you don't notice anything. It covers each piece really well. It does each section, and you can see there is even another piece that they sent to go inside of it. So I do love that. So I think this vinyl piece made it look a whole lot better. I love the carbon fiber look. I even got matching pieces for the steering wheel. You can see here it just kind of brings everything together. And we've got that red tee, of course, because I've got that Black Widow theme going on with my Model 3. So, number 4, again, is the glossy console. Not really a fan of it. Again, too many fingerprints, too many scratches. But since we're in the car, let's continue with number 3, the 3rd thing I hate about my Tesla. Now, I really don't like the fact that the glove box does not have a button or a latch where you can instantly open it. You can see the glove box here. Of course, it looks seamless. And to open the glove box, you have to go to your screen and you have to hit the glove box, and then it will pop open, which I think looks really cool. It's a really great idea. It makes the car look really streamlined inside. However, I don't think it's really functional, because when I need to get in the glove box, I usually need to get in it for something really quickly. Maybe I need a napkin because I probably spilt something. Maybe I need to get in to get like my glasses or registration or whatever the case may be. If I needed to get in the glove box, it's usually something I need to get in there pretty quick for. So if I could just do like one button or like pull one latch, that's going to be a whole lot faster than like going to the screen and then having to hit this, hit this, hit this. I think it's something that could probably be a little bit faster. I know it just takes a few extra seconds, so it's not like a huge deal. And that's really just a personal preference. Maybe you don't mind hitting an extra button or two to get inside your glove box. But for me, when I need to get in, I need that instant access. So it just kind of bothers me a little bit. Now let's keep going and talk about something else I hate about my Tesla. I hate the fact that there are no cooled seats in this car. Now, they've got the heated seats, which granted, that is on lock. Those things get super toasty, and I do love it. But there's no cooled seats, and I hate that for the summer. You know when you get in your car and like the leather sticks to the back of your legs? And I know with this vegan leather, like there's not really much stickiness going on, but I hate the fact that you can sit there and you can have the air blowing on you, but other cars that are just as expensive have that option. So I hate the fact that the Tesla is lacking it. If you can see here right on the menu, they of course have the heated seat button, and it's got the 3 levels. I usually like to keep it on super toasty. So I think it'd be a super easy thing for them to maybe integrate, hopefully someday in the future, but it really bothers me. I know my husband would love to have a cooled seats feature, but again, something minor, but I would definitely use it if it was an option. Now it's time to get to the number one thing I hate about my Tesla. And before we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's right here, or right here. I'm not sure where it is. It's around. Okay, but let's get to the number one thing I hate, and that has to do with the trunk and the frunk. Now, I don't have any complaints about the size. My complaint is when you actually get to the trunk and the frunk, after you finish loading everything in, I hate that you have to manually close it. Usually, you know, with a lot of other cars, some of the newer ones have things where you can just like kick your leg out and that'll like get the trunk to automatically close. Or, you know, some trunks, they have the buttons right up here where you just press it and it'll automatically close. With my Model 3, I have to reach up and close it like an old-fashioned person, and I hate that. Especially if it's raining out, it's just another step for me to do. I wish that there was a button on my phone where I could just hit it and it'll close for me. Now, what really got me thinking about how much I wish the trunk and frunk had that automatic close was when, after I had my son, I had some post-pregnancy carpal tunnel issues. I know it makes me sound like I'm 80. I promise I'm not. But whenever I would go to close the frunk, you know, you have to use 2 hands and you have to go like this and really push it down, and it's kind of hard to do. It kind of takes a lot of effort, and before I had my surgeries, it would be a real struggle to close the frunk. So something just as simple as an auto close would make a huge difference. Now, I don't know if that's something maybe Tesla could one day like retrofit to the vehicle. I know there are a lot of aftermarket options. I think it's about $500 each for both a trunk and frunk option to get that auto close. But if it was already built into the car, that would make life so much easier for me. Now, these are just a few of the issues I have with the Model 3. Again, I think it's a really great car, but there's always room for improvement. Now, if there are some things that I've missed, go ahead, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think could be improved on the Model 3 or just Tesla in general. That's all we've got for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.